Ralf, how would you describe that performance this evening?
We're all very disappointed. We knew that it would be a complicated game against Wolves because they are very flexible in their build-up. We spoke with the team before the game about the pressing triggers, but we were struggling in the first 15 minutes to get any pressure at all on the ball. And that was the reason why we decided to change formation at half-time. We had more of control in the second half, especially in the first 30-35 minutes. We had a good spell where we could have scored the first goal, hit the crossbar, had an offside goal by Cristiano. But the goal that we conceded once again showed that we just have to get better when the other team is in possession of the ball. I mean, Traoré was back to our goal on the sideline, and we allowed him to turn and gain speed, get the cross in. The cross had already been defended by Phil Jones, and then we conceded a goal that Manchester United has conceded in the past this season quite often, that a player was completely unmarked on the 16-yard box, and it was an easy goal to score for him.
Why do you think, particularly in the first half, that the performance level just wasn't there? You talked about the triggers for pressing, but overall, Wolves dominated certainly that first 45 minutes.
Because it's frustrating, obviously, if you're playing at home in front of 75,000 and they had probably, I don't know, in some parts of the game 60% possession of the ball. If you cannot get hold of the ball, if you cannot get, well, winning one-on-one duels, if they're in possession of the ball and you're always running behind, it's frustrating, and this is one of the reasons, on one of those areas where we need to get better.
But is the effort, is the application there? What did the players not do for you tonight? What do they need to do better?
As I said, I very much believe that everyone wanted to put effort into it. It was not a question of not willing to play or to be more intense. It is a question of, are we successful in those situations, and do we gain confidence from that? And this was not the case, and therefore the players were as frustrated as we were at halftime, and that is the reason why we decided to change formation.
You replaced Mason Greenwood in the second half. Some of the crowd here didn't like that decision. Can you just explain your reasoning behind that? Because it looked initially like perhaps you were going to bring Edison Cavani off.
Yeah, that was the question actually. Should we take off Edison or Mason? I decided to take off Mason. He was okay during the game, but yeah, I decided to stick with, because we wanted to win the game, and that's why we decided to take off Mason.
It's your first defeat as Manchester United manager. Is this job exactly what you expected so far, or is it a different type of role to what you thought you were coming into?
Well, I knew that it was not an easy job, and today's game showed why we are in the position that we're in actually. So, as I said, we have to take further steps and get better. And this is, now we have a week of training before the next game against Aston Villa, and we will make use of that.